What's going on, everybody? As you can very plainly see, there is only one face on the broadcast this evening. Do not know where TJ is. Oh, never mind. I'm getting word that actually TJ is on his way. So for now, we're just going to kick the show off with me by myself. I'm supposed to be with TJ. He's supposed to be the guy yapping to you all about what's going to happen tonight, but instead it's me, which I thought you guys are going to get rid of me. You actually weren't. So I'm back again to try to host this along. Our first match this evening is going to be UNCC Academy taking on Clemson A. And there's probably a lot of important things that are waited on this match. I had a script for it, but because I kind of got put on this last minute, I have completely forgotten everything that I was going to have for you guys. So we're just going to do this the best we possibly can. So I'm going to try to get these guys set up. We're going to see if they're ready in the lobby. And as soon as they are ready to go, we're just going to get down to the gameplay. If you guys don't know me, if you haven't recognized my face at this point, I am a feisty taquito trying to get this going for you guys in a last moment's notice. And I am stressed from the workday. So it's all just kind of crashing down on me. But I hope you guys enjoyed the show for what it's worth. Oh, we got TJ. We got TJ popping in here, but the game is starting, so we need to get down to the pitch. 5 minutes on the clock in this series. It's going to be a banger match this evening. Good save off the back wall there, but it only goes out as far as Darth Epe. And I do believe that Clemson is going to kick us off here in the orange 1-0. Also, by the way, I mean, I know you guys can't hear production, so I'm just gonna like talk to the guy in the sky here. But that was awesome. I love the way that that was set up, and I want to see more of that because I wish I could have that on some of my own broadcasts. That little overlay you guys had set up there is neat. It's fancy. Good possession here for UNCC Academy. They're leaving themselves alone for the, or they're controlling the ball at least the best they can. Looking for a shot opportunity. Canovo out the side there, trying to find themselves one pass to Michael. Good 50, but that's going to be cleared all the way down. Are we having some issues, production? Is that what's going on? There we go. Okay, we are back. Gameplay is back online. It seems that no matter what happens, we're having that ever so present electronical issues. But that I feel like at this point, I feel like that's the SCL flair. I feel like that's what we have here. That's kind of what you guys ride on. You ride on the scuffedness of it all. But for now, we still need to see if UNCC can put another goal in. And unfortunately, they can't. They had a few opportunities there. Good 3 that we've seen so far from the UNCC Academy, and unfortunately have not been able to find purchase on a shot. Larry downfield looks for one off the back wall, pass down to Aaron, unable to connect on that, but they're still mounting all this pressure until it dissipates. Maysal to the corner. Canovo putting one up high. Maysal looks for the angle. That's a floater. It's deadly. But UNCC Academy is able to get it away for the time being. Breaking down in the mid is where we see a lot of these plays stop for the Niners. They are unable to push that ball past the midfield line and turn it into a positive outcome on these approaches. That was a great flip reset from Larry. Aaron is there, and we finally have somebody knocking on the door and gets let through. Michael is able to put one in here for the Niners to tie us up very close to halftime. I believe, is TJ here? We're working on it. The voice is here. He's trying to get here. TJ, it's wonderful to see you. Please save me. Oh no. Oh wow. Okay, so TJ, we were just listening to side.
I just love making my boss's life hard, and you want to know what's harder is UNCC trying to stay in this dang game. Clemson's doing a great job of controlling the pace. It's nice to finally be back. Sorry for leaving you to keto, but we're going to keep this thing moving for now. Well, I don't feel like it, but we're here. We're definitely here. So so far, UNCC Academy not really fitting in any expectations that I think that we had for. Me and Bevik talk very highly of this group, and so far from what I'm seeing, you cannot pass that one dead center, and an own goal comes through from Aaron. It's going to be a crucial potential dagger here. That one's not going to help from Aaron either. Pepe not able to really do much, but he doesn't really have to. I mean, I'm glad that you brought up the fact that they've had the opportunities, because we're officially at the point in the SEO where I'm going to stop feeling sorry for these teams. And Clemson, a team that most definitely does not need any sort of good wishes, as they are completely controlling this series, this kickoff game 1.
And it just kind of feels like it's another day in the office, right?
I mean, we like to make jokes about Clemson. We like to say that, oh, you played your B team in quals, and oh, maybe you don't deserve to be in tier 1. And something tells me that I think they're hearing all that today. And I'm loving the way they're playing. UNCC Academy, I mean, it just looks like way too slow of a start for now from them. But Clemson showing everybody why they are in tier 1 for the first place.
Exactly. And just, again, what we saw, what you all saw is, I apologize. I struggled through that game 1. So I apologize for the poor commentary. I was doing my best, but it's tough. Obviously, Clemson, a little bit of a history behind the roster, kind of, the accolades of the name itself, all that jazz. UNCC has a chance with even their main roster to make a statement, and the Academy squad doesn't look bad. Like, to be completely honest, if you watch this first game back, it wasn't terrible. It just, you've got to connect on the important opportunities. You've got to be able to nail home those freebie gimme shots you get when y'all have actually successfully parted the defense. That happened a total of 2 times. I understand open net goals are the hardest shots in Rocket League. So we gotta hone in on that. This should be a good one. Michael couldn't put it in.
Here we go.
But don't worry, Aaron is gonna clean it up in super duper fashion, and the Niners are on the board first.
Mikel, somebody who got A-team reps last semester in the SEL, and if any sort of comeback or, any sort of convincing win would like to happen for UNCC Academy, it's got to be through him.
Okay, so it's Mikel. It is not Michael.
That's what we called him on broadcast last year. I'm going to be honest. I don't really know what we're going with. His name is Michael, though, so we can stick with it. I just like calling him Mikel.
It's spelled that way. I feel you. I'm here for it. I'm honestly like,
we can go
we're
with
good to
Michael.
go
That
there.
is his actual name.
I'm going up. I'm trying to phonetically do this right. You know what I mean? Which is very hard for us. We don't have good comms sometimes. But hey, I spoke it into existence. Look at that, TJ. They scored an open net.
Blurry, I'm glad this is how the game's working out, because every single point that I'm trying to make for UNCC right now, they're proving. Michael should be the leader. Blurry should be up next. Aaron should be a consistent third man. At least in terms of how I envision this team's success, that is what I would expect them to do. So Blurry, a great job to 50 his way past a few. Now Canovo might just grab a free one here, but Blurry comes in late, trying to keep the pressure off. Masao, middle, not going to be found. Canovo, solid 50, but UNCC Academy, they're really starting to turn up the heat now.
They have to. Oh my, Blurry, if you were able to get that off the back wall, imagine the shot quality. Like, screw the quantity, screw what you're going for. The quality on that angle would have been insane for the UNCC Academy. The momentum booster they could have gotten from that would have been immaculate. Still, they're pushing up the field and they're pressuring well. Now against this Clemson defensive line, we're almost able to turn that one in twice, but Canovo does save it away. Darth Pepe trying to catch a couple of possession plays here, opportunities, can't get enough touches, and it's still the Niners hammering down on the door of the Clemson net.
This is the prowess that UNCC Academy has shown all season in Tier 2. They've been a strong team. They've been a sleeper pick, and this matchup right here, I mean, I don't know if we really got to talk about predictions since I was late, but I would have said this probably goes to 4 or 5. And Clemson, they were in the driver's seat in Game 1, and we could see that again, but UNCC, I think they finally are starting to clean up some of their dumb mistakes. And now Clemson, you got to adjust. You got to work a little bit harder. And as of right now, it's just ball moving parallel, side to side. It's going to open up the door for Michael, but it's a great save from Canovo. Aaron right back on this ball, though, trying to make sure that UNCC Academy stays in this series, stays in control of this game. And now this one's a counterattack. Pepe looking middle. Nobody's there, though, for Clemson.
That sucks. That absolutely stinks, man. You got that opportunity to just at least return fire. There's another chance, but Aaron down low, able to knock it away. We got a lead blocker. Aaron! No! You hit the brakes instead of just pushing through and bumping that defensive player out of the way. That could have been a third.
Halfway through this game, the good news is that, Aaron, you don't exactly need this one because you can get the next one. Canovo, though, not really going to be too worried about this one. Canovo just trying to stay on this ball and look middle. He's going to get past Blurry. No, it's actually going to be saved by Blurry, and it's going to be in the net. Pepe can't get back. What a clear from Blurry.
So 2 open nets for the 2 they missed in Game 1. I'm liking what I'm seeing, TJ. I understand that, unfortunately, you missed the beginning there. But I'm liking the fact that we're returning the favor, if you will. UNCC Academy gave a pat on the back to Clemson for Game 1, and Clemson's like, all right, homies, all right. Our bad. You guys get this one. How about that?
I mean, at least I did miss Game 1, and at least it was about not as surprising. I probably would have said, yeah, we're going to see some messy gameplay. That's just the SEL at this point, but you want to know what's not messy? It's Aaron on your forehead. Make it 4-0.
A moment of silence for my Tiger brethren. Ouch.
They gonna be aight. They gonna be aight.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna be all right, but like, on your head? On your head? That's the second one. Not from Aaron per se, but that's the second one that UNCC has scored. You should have seen the nice dunk goal that Michael had in Game 1. The only goal they scored, mind you.
I guess I'll have to take your word for it for now. And one thing that I think a lot of people have had to take their word for is that Clemson in Tier 1. I've already mentioned it, but I have to bring it up again, is that you played your B team twice to get here, which was a League OS bug. Technically, they were supposed to play a different loser's bracket, but you kind of got, again, if this continues, I'm going to say that your Tier 1 chances were a gift, and you've got to showcase to everybody why you deserve it. And as of right now, Clemson, 60 seconds left. This game might be chalked up, but in terms of next adjustments, I'm not even sure where you want to go from here. Canovo, though, might have a shot on net. Michael just barely would not be able to get there, and we are not out of the woods just yet.
Yeah, I could see the stretch right there. All out of sorts was the Niners. There was no way. They were pulled way too far forward on the orange half. It just we saw it from UNCC. Clemson got their get back right there. 60 seconds left here to decide who really will be the winner in game number 2. It's looking good in favor of UNCC. That's a good 50 challenge, at least in the favor of the Niners. They got to hold this possession. Darth Pepe down to Mesau. Oh! Not enough boost, so it wouldn't have mattered, but that double would have looked great.
It's too little too late for Clemson. I mean, this is the first time we've seen them actually start to finally build some pressure. I mean, look at this. Mesau's already up for this one. Canovo's going to beat Aaron as well. Where was this in terms of the first 4 minutes of this game? But instead, now Michael looking, not going to find that touch. Pepe, though, maybe there's a counter in store to find a second goal. The chance for Canovo. Canovo to the corner. Canovo maybe looking for a bump. Michael awkward, putting it middle. Blurry, sorry. Doing a good job to stay close to that one. But once again, it's too little too late. There's only so much I can even say. For Clemson, it's just a reset game for them.
It's got to be, right? You need to reset. You've got to hit that button and just slow down, because I think you got a little too complacent in game number 1 with that win. And that complacency absolutely reared its ugly head in game number 2. You allowed UNCC to get comfortable and adapt. You have to now make things very uncomfortable and switch it up.
I mean, if people remember anything about SCL last semester, it's that these UNCC teams, they know how to upset and they know how to impress, regardless of who is on the roster. And Blurry has been extremely impressive in terms of the pickup for UNCC. Aaron, also newer to the roster. And Michael, he doesn't really have to do anything. He was on the A team last year. He's played consistent. He's gotten his chances. And maybe there's a missed net or two here and there, but they were already up 3 by then. So for Clemson, you have got to reset. Masao and Pepe both with 152 points. I'll give Pepe benefit of the doubt because that's not his role on the team, but Masao cannot be getting that little of touches on the ball.
Correct. That's exactly what I was thinking. Is like, why are we not handing the ball over to like who we all know is the hot hand? No sneeze to anybody, right? No shade to anybody on the Clemson roster, but like
full shade.
You say full shade?
I'm saying full shade. You got to lock
full
in.
Bro, TJ's saying it with his chest. Dog retired and thinks he can talk the talk. That's wild. You ain't even been here to talk the talk, bro. You can't be doing that to guys on the broadcast.
I might be a little late, but I'm in for the game now. We're locked. We still got another game after this, but for Clemson, this is it. This is your last life if you are not able to make it out of this series alive. And I'm not going to say that UNCC Academy would be a bad loss for Clemson, but given Clemson's tenure in the SCL, it would be.
Yeah, that's my point exactly. Is it would given like the like, I guess not legacy, there's a word I'm looking for here, but I can't think of it at the moment. But given what this roster holds and how long they've been around the SCL, come on, guys. Falling to an academy team?
Oh, wait a minute!
An academy team?
It's not just any academy team. Look at Super Duper Aaron. Uncontested off the ceiling back to himself, and all he had to do was just hold the boost button. Clemson, what is happening?
I'm just saying, whatever the Niners are cooking up over there is delicious because these rosters are eating, big dog. That's all I got to say.
Really cannot ask for much more from the side of UNCC. They continue to be extremely impressive, and if they keep this momentum going, then I'm very, very worried for what Clemson has in store next. But for now, this is a point in the game where you can still keep things close. This is where, did they actually learn anything from game 2? And so far, they've got to stop panicking.
Well, when you're pressured this much in your own defensive half, you kind of don't have an opportunity to not panic. You need to be jumping constantly. You've got to be challenging. You have got to beat UNCC to the ball for starters. You don't want to let them set up an attack in your own zone, and that's kind of what they've done here, is they've been able to control the pace of their own offense and force the defense into awkward positions, just like that one. You couldn't even see where Michael was. Look at the defender on the back post here. Had no eyes on that challenge. Michael had that all day.
I mean, to put it in the nicest way I think I physically can, that's just simply poor. You have to be there. You have to be ready. You had the boost, and you open up just a sliver for UNCC Academy, but that's what this LCQ is all about. It's about working with the slivers that you are given, and UNCC Academy, time after time again, has made good work of it. Aaron, not a lot of boost to follow. Blurry, nothing he can do either, but this one passed directly to Michael.
They got to get out their back line, man. They have got to get off their back line, bro. Like, they have been stuck in their goal line. Like, what is that? Who is this Academy squad?
I don't want to say that it's not UNCC Academy, but Clemson, like right there, you are a tier 1 team. You have played some of the best that this league has to offer. You cannot be making these touches off the corner back middle. That's the absolute kind of core fundamentals of high-level Rocket League. And it's a team, Clemson, I've seen them play at the highest level. I've seen them play on LAN. I've seen them win. I mean, it's not that hard with all due respect to what Clemson's doing. They're just not executing. Now, granted, we are only halfway through this game, but I said that last time, and then it ended up being 4-1. So we'll see what happens here.
They just need one, right? Get one goal. Give yourself some momentum here because you're only riding off of a singular goal through almost 10 minutes of Rocket League here. With that's not a lot to the mental. That's a good pass. Darth Pepe needs a lot more power on that shot to at least send a threatening call towards the net, will not be able to do so. And again, we find ourselves in the orange final third at the goal line. And guess who's knocking at the door?
UNCC Academy trying to find a chance here. Canovo down the pitch to Masao, and I'm liking the aggression, or the more aggressive plays. That's what I actually liked Clemson doing towards the end of the last game, was that they were starting to finally put the pressure on. They were going for ball after ball, and I have to see that again. But right now, there's no boost. And granted, a bump will come through. It'll give Canovo a chance to work his way through. But for now, still a minute 40 left. This one needs to be a chance here. Raquel, he's absolutely out of his axles. Clemson's back in this game.
The best offense, right? Something that I heard from Hootie Who is don't do anything. Just sit behind the ball. Look what happened.
Easier said than done. Easier said
I
than
agree.
done.
I agree, because you want to jump at it. You want to hit the ball. Your brain is like, I need to hit that big circular object. I need to do it right now. But if you don't, and you play the waiting game, and you outpatient somebody, look at the result you get. You get a free goal.
Again, though, I hope it's not too little too late. Masao looking for a shot on net here. Aaron's going to be off the post. It's going to open the door for Canovo, but Canovo lets that corner boost go, but it doesn't matter. For UNCC, you play it well, but you have absolutely left the door unlocked.
The bumps on the goal line, too. No boost for the Niners. Bumps on the goal line. They were all out of sorts. Tigers attack, baby. They closed that gap. They were down 3-0, mind you. 3-0 moving into the half. And they have closed that gap completely. They are only down by 1. Clemson trying to make a statement here.
Oh, I thought that was going to be another freebie. Oh, Canovo, though, might be looking backward. Fleury's going to miss this. Masao, it's a soft touch. Aaron with a save. Mikel for a potential dagger. Clemson puts all the chips in one basket. This one won't be found. What a save! Clemson stays alive. Canovo on the counter. Can he find anything off the corner? Can he find anything middle? He's going to bump one. Pepe already up, but he misses.
No,
Fleury's
Pepe!
open again.
No!
Clemson, you fumbled the bag.
We need to get like a photo that just says seconds predating disaster or something like that. What is going on, dude? What is happening?
I don't get it. I genuinely don't understand. But you know what? I guess if you're UNCC Academy, you better count your lucky stars, because I don't know what more you could be asking for. And now with 30 seconds left, you get the mental reset and the extra goal. It's all about just not overextending. And now 30 seconds left. Pepe not able to find this double. Aaron's not going to go, though. So he's going to get a very close save. This one not going to go middle either. Canovo, where is his boost? I think he's working with like 30. Looking for Masao. Pepe by himself. Good touch over one. He's going to be beat. Oh, it's actually red. And Clemson, they're staying alive, but 15 seconds left. You got to find a goal now.
And I don't think that's going to happen, brother. With the ball moving into the orange half, I think it's all the curtains here in game number 3.
Woo.
And the Niners almost get a 5th. It gets taken from them. But we are at match point.
Somehow, Clemson, you were given, I think, the only possible chances that you could have asked for. You made the adjustments earlier this game, but the execution once again is incredibly flawed, and we are on the verge of losing a tier 1 team just a little early.
Is it a little early or is it too early?
I would say a little early for Clemson specifically, because I believe Clemson was power ranked at the bottom of tier 1. So I will say that I think that the odds were not in their favor. But in terms of this match, no matter what I say about Clemson, or no matter what me and Bepic troll about them, they have had the chances to win this game. You got game 1. It wasn't exactly convincing, but you handled it. In game 2, the adjustment made extremely late. In game 3, you learned from it. You finally get your chances, but then what do? You mechanically play like a conglomeration of champ 3s, and you cannot find the chances that they were literally handed on a platter.
That's what happens, big dog. Like, at the end of the day, that's just what happens. It was the panicking. You mentioned the panicking. Maybe when they had the opportunity to get on offense, they also panicked. Instead of holding it close to the chest and keeping that possession, they unfortunately decided it was better to get rid of it, boom it downfield, do this, do that. I don't know. But one thing that we both know is they weren't putting goals in. And that is the biggest mistake that you could possibly make in a game like Rocket League.
Well, Clemson, you get the mental reset. And again, the reason why I'm so aggressive with this Clemson team is because I have seen them play on stages with higher stakes. So I know that as competitors, these guys know how to win. They know how to mentally stay within a series. And for some odd reason, I'm not seeing it here. And so to Clemson, I'm rooting for it. I would love to see Game 5. I'm sure the UNCC Academy friends in chat are not wanting to see anything like that, as UNCC having 2 teams in the playoffs is something that's very possible. But Clemson had a chance again, but Pepe leaves the play.
Do you think leaving early there would have been an opportunity for a possible setup, or do you think leaving early there was just by choice, by design? Because that seems to be another thing they do. They just leave possession early. They've had opportunities, and they hand them over so quickly. That bouncer is good. Masao is there to send it away. Pepe now, possession to the final third. Can't get it too far, but Masao clears across the pitch, and Aaron gets a free reception out of it.
Aaron's got more in the tank, too. He forces Masao in a really awkward spot. Michael trying to find a read here. Canovo. Finally, Clemson taking their time in their own half, making something out of it. Canova's going to be bumped off the ball for now, though. So here comes Aaron, looking, resetting. Does he have one more? Top right. Yes, he does. It's in the name. It's super duper Aaron.
Head in my hands. You can see it. Head in my hands, bro. Like, what are we?
What a play.
Well, yes, what a play. Yes. We're not taking anything away from Aaron there. We're not going to take anything away from Aaron whatsoever. Why are we not up? You were on the back wall. 2 of you were on the back wall.
That's Clemson. That's what they've been this entire series. That's my problem with them, is that they're too slow. Like, there again! You are officially on the verge of crashing out of SEL here, and this one was nothing special either. Blurry out the backboard of Masao wasn't ready for the read, had no boost in the tank, wasn't even bumped, and once again, it's critical for Clemson.
We are closing in on 2 minutes of regulation being played so far, and what offense have you seen from Clemson that makes you think that they can stay in this?
Oh man, you're setting me up for failure here. The answer is nothing. The answer is nothing. And again, I'm not hating on this Clemson team. Genuinely, they are a tier 1 team for a reason, and I've seen them play up to this level, and now here we go. The boys hear us in some capacity. They're starting to wake up. They finally get a goal earlier after UNCC takes the lead. We got a game here in Game 4.
Bottom corner, too. That was a sharp angle there for Canovo. So, good to see that we have some life being breathed into this Clemson squad. However, I am... they've got to put in at least one more for me to be convinced. Even if it just ties the game, it still puts them in a better position than they've truly been in pretty much this whole time. Canovo trying to catch up to that one early. The double working there in tandem, the duo. Trying to find one. Masao looking for another. Can't find it. That still leaves Clemson in an offensive position, but Canovo has no opportunity to commit on that.
Nobody going to go either, so he's going to open this one middle. Masao was there to react just in time. Canovo has to go quickly, and he's going to realize somebody was up. Aaron, not in too bad of a spot, going to be able to find Michael on the counter. Masao bumps a player off. So Clemson, they give themselves the chances. Then Pepe gives it away. Now Aaron looking for another dagger. He's looking under. Here comes Michael. Michael back on the net. He cannot find it. Canovo gonna try and play around Blurry, who dove for some reason. This one, top bends. Aaron and Michael both commit. Clemson now has UNCC on their back foot.
Oh, we needed that touch out of the corner right there for Clemson. That pass mid, Canovo, get out of the way. The double commits, the panic options. What is going on?
It's the SCL Taquito. I know you know the answer to that already. And now Blurry trying to make sure that with the last 90 seconds, we see UNCC Academy move on to the qualification match for playoffs. That one's almost an own goal. Michael says, no, but it might as well be. Make it 3-1.
The double commit on offense in the corner. You had so much pressure. You had it in their half. You were pelting the back wall. You literally had the opportunity to get yourself back in this game even more than you already are. And instead, we threw the possession away. You get scored on.
60 seconds left between Clemson and an early exit. And you know what, Taquito? You might as well have the car on and waiting outside, because at this point, Clemson, what has happened here?
I want to take my hands off my head, bro. I want to stop. I want to stop shaking my head. I just want to understand. Like, this Clemson squad is so much better. You and I both know this. Like, what?
I will say this. I don't know if I'd say so much better, but this is most definitely not the right Clemson team. I don't know what happened. I don't know who's got the controller. And yes, they were the favorites, even if it was by a narrow margin. But UNCC, I mean, I don't know if you got the chance to really watch a lot of UNCC games last year, but knowing what this program has built and the precedent that all their teams set, this right here, this is not surprising. This is a day in the office.
Oh no, I've seen the results that the Niners have been putting out. What you talking about? I'm fully aware of the program, big dog. These guys are producing teams. They're producing squads. This is no surprise to me. This is no surprise their academy is good. I guess let me say this. What the surprise is I didn't put enough respect on this academy team. I didn't know they were that good.
Well, I got a news flash for you. Neither did Clemson. Not ready,
buddy.
Not prepared, and I really, really would hope that Clemson had a warm-up scrim for this, but the way that I've been watching this game and from what I'm seeing, it just doesn't seem to be the case. And for UNCC Academy, at least you get to breathe through the end of Game 4 in a series that you convincingly have shown us what you're capable of, and they are going to move on to play USCA after this. We're going to talk about the results in just a second. I'm going to make sure that I at least give UNCC their flowers as 6-1 now.
If they get one off the kickoff, dude, you might as well pack your bags, dude. Put the swimsuit in there, get the sunscreen, grab your sunglasses while you're at it, because we're going to be heading over to a different country.
I mean, you might as well flee the country if you're Clemson. I mean,
you might as well flee.
I mean, this is really not what you would have. I mean, this is nightmare. This is nightmare game, nightmare series, and unfortunately, you only get your one chance here in the LCQ. And unfortunately for Clemson, that is the end of the road for them. But for UNCC Academy, not only do they look to be an upset team, but they have looked strong going into their next match as well.
What do we talk about? What is there to talk about?
Probably my depression. Probably that.
Hey, the chat's asking you to talk a little louder, talk some more, maybe whisper a little bit. I don't know. Chat's loving you right now, though, big dog.
Oh, well, I appreciate it, chat, because I was most definitely giving production a heart attack about 30 minutes ago, so I'm glad that I actually made it in time. I will say that I am not glad that I watched that specific outcome. I would have loved to see Game 5. I think that Clemson at least deserved that, but, you know, maybe they were like me. Maybe they were just a little delayed out of bed.
That could be the case, big dog. That could be the case. But look at the results. Consistent 4 goals from all the winning teams in games 1 through 3. And then the 6 goals scored by the Academy squad in game 4. It was just, it was dominant from the Niners.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm impressed. I think whenever, because, you know, chat knows that I like to go player by player whenever I do my pregame analysis. And if I had to throw a postgame listing on that now, I hurt for Masao because I think that, unfortunately, he's maybe not the carry of that team, but some days I feel like he's pretty dang close to it. And I think he did not play the way he wanted to. And unfortunately, I think a lot of the offense kind of had to revolve around him. And whenever he wasn't clicking, I mean, look at this. It was 4-1, and then the script completely got flipped. I'm doing math in my head here, but 14-4 in games 2 through 4. Yeah, I mean, that is just absurd. 14-4 in 3 games.
Oh, and the thing is, we got another match on our hands. We have to figure out what is going to happen here. If we can get a look at the bracket.
Oh, we know what's coming. We know what's coming. Have you looked yet?
Oh, I saw. Well, I haven't seen the results specifically, but I did see the. Oh my.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, NKU, ni hao, you are gone. 3-0 from Buds of GSU. Losing NKU is massive.
And then, unfortunately, Louisiana Tech, they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it either. It was 3-1.
If this was Alabama of last semester, I would have maybe given them a game, but I'm even surprised that this year they got one because that Alabama roster looks really strong. But now here's what I'm worried about if I'm Alabama, is that we are going to see this next match on stream. I have never in my years of casting and playing, I have never seen Alabama win against Buds at GSU with any roster combination on both sides. So if Buds at GSU looks strong enough to go 3-0 against NKU, I'm a little scared for Alabama.
I'm a little scared for Alabama.
Yeah.
Nah, man. Nah. They're gonna be able to do it. They got it fine. Come on.
Well, well, you know what? I don't think we're gonna waste too much time. I don't think we have face cams because I think I screwed production over. So I think we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna send this to a brief break. I mean, oh no, we are good. Look at production go. My fault, guys. We're here. We are live, and the action. It's been about as SCL as you can make it. This round, not too many surprises. We are waiting to see what happens between King and Florida B. I don't know if King actually made their game or not. I hope they didn't have to forfeit because that would really, really hurt for them. But you know what, Taquito? Whenever we come back from the break, we will talk about all these results, and we're gonna get things sorted on our end, and then we're gonna have Buzz at GSU and Alabama playing for a spot in the final bracket. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And we are back with the SCL. This time I'm on time, and Buds of GSU was not on time, so we are maybe just a smidge late, but the action does continue. I'm your host, DJ TJ. With me once again this season is a feisty Taquito. Taquito, what is going on, man?
Trying to decipher all the things that have been happening behind the scenes, and there's just been a lot. I think I've got a very good look here into the culture of the SCL for the past 20 minutes. So it's been nice.
Yeah,
it's been an experience.
If you didn't learn early on, then you most definitely will learn now. And so we already did talk about the results. There's nothing really too surprising other than what we picked on stream. UNCC Academy 3-1s, Buds of GSU 3-0s, NKU. That is by far the only result out of this entire thing that shocked me. And I don't really know like what happened to NKU.
That's a team that I saw last week, and I am surprised by that result as well. I can't lie. They are a pretty highly rated team, and I could not have seen the 3-0 result. I maybe could have seen like a 3-1, maybe possible close game 5, but also finding out King forfeited.
Oh, is that confirmed? Do we know yet?
Napalm in chat.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, man.
Yeah. I will say, looking at the rest of this, I'm not surprised by JMU's result. Houston continues to impress me. The 3-0 over the George Mason B. Well, I mean, just Houston playing well in general. They got a tough opponent coming up in ODU. And then up at the top, we just had that game. UNCC Academy going on to face USC. Before we get too distracted, give me your thoughts on that one.
Sorry, you cut out on my end. Which game are we talking about?
The top one there, USC and UNCC. Give me your quick thoughts
Oh,
on that.
USC wins that in 3. Yeah,
in 3.
Yeah, UNCC, I'm be honest, they got lucky.
They got lucky.
Clemson did not play good. They did not at all.
Wow.
So they're not going to be able to challenge a team like USC. They look extremely confident in their gameplay, and I do appreciate that. But it's just not enough to beat a team like USC. So for UNCC Academy, if they get a game, cool. But I would be appalled if that went another direction.
Fair enough.
Well, you know what? Why don't we go ahead and preview this one? So Buds of GSU, they start off the season in qualifiers, and they have some upsets, and they end up in Tier 2 with somebody named Rose. Big shout out to Jalen. He's a very cool kid, very incredible player. But at the end of the day, Buds decided to move on without him. And who do they bring back? They bring back Shady. And for those of you who are familiar with anything in the SEL, you know that I think casting Shady flip resets was actually my direct path here as the host of the SEL this season. So this is going to be a really fun one. I have a lot of really close friends in this series. Taquito, we're going to talk about predictions as we go, but it looks like we are finally ready to get the game going. No more delays, no sort of suspension of gameplay. It's time to bring you the action.
How do we, okay, am I crazy? There's only 5 people.
Wait, huh?
There's only 5 people.
I'm seeing everybody.
Well, yeah, Monk just like popped in. There were 5 people when.
Yeah, we're gonna restart. We're gonna restart. All right. Well, I don't blame production. I blame the players. So
yes.
Thank you, Buds at GSU. Did Monk join late? Is that what happened?
Yes.
Taquito, I don't get paid enough. I don't get paid enough. All right. Well, you know what, Taquito? I'm gonna go ahead and let you talk about your predictions while I get the players set up.
Thank you. I got Buds in this series. I'll say with whatever shenanigans are going on right now, let's just say we get a 4-game series out of it, because apparently they're showing up late to the match, showing up late when you say go. Maybe they'll be late to the entire series. Who knows? But I still got them winning in 4.
Yeah, that is for some teams, that's their least favorite part about Buds, and for some, that is their favorite, is that they really, really like to have fun. Buddy will come in Twitch chat and talk live throughout games, and some people may deem that a little disrespectful, but I'm kind of here for the trash talk, honestly. I'm willing to defend it. So it looks like that we are going to actually have the teams ready this time, And then once we have all 6 players who are actually ready to press the join team button, then I think we're actually good to go. So without further ado, production, let's try this again. Winner of this goes directly to the playoffs. Loser goes back home. It's Buds at GSU versus Alabama, game 1.
We got to start it on time, TJ. We're only 8 minutes late, but we're here. Everyone is here, including yourself. We've got this going. Buds looking to solidify themselves a chance at that final spot. And also Alabama, which this Alabama squad is pretty tried and true. I was hearing you guys talk about how Bama, no matter what iteration of the roster, has never actually beaten Buds, but hey, maybe we could be wrong. Maybe the winds of fate blow in their direction.
I will say that out of all the series that I've casted between these two schools, if there has ever been one that I feel like Alabama has the best chance to win, it is this one. Surprisingly, I think after that NKU win, I wouldn't say that Alabama is favored in this match. I would think that maybe Buds has maybe if we're doing like ESPN bet spreads, maybe like a minute's worth of gameplay in Game 5 is how close this margin is. But if Buds continues to play how they did against NKU, then we might be out of here early tonight.
Now, you mentioned moving forward with Shady and not Rose. Is there something there? Or did Rose just have some things come up?
With all due respect to Rose, and I love Rose, he was just not the fit for Buds. They really, like, Buds, without a doubt in my mind, should have been in Tier 1. They definitely should have been in Tier 1. But they got upset by UGA after beating them in the upper bracket, and I think that a lot of that was to do with the kind of the gelling with Rose. And so now, not only do you get an upgrade with someone like Shady, but Shady has played with these boys before. This right here, what you're looking at, was the original Buds at GSU roster.
Gotcha. So I needed a little history lesson there because Shady's not a name I'm obviously familiar with, and I think you know that.
Oh, you're missing out.
And I'm here for it. I'm happy to see it. But Gray looks to take one first, gets crossbar down and out. Alabama with the best look we've seen so far at the net in these first 2 minutes.
I will say that this right here, in terms of the Clemson-UNCC matchup, these are two teams that have upset potential going deep into a playoff bracket. So I'm glad to see that the gameplay hasn't been rushed. We haven't seen a lot of force opportunities, but right here, Shan just straight up holds his right trigger, drives forward and flips, and I'm not sure what happened to the third man here. Oh, he got bumped?
I'm about to say, I believe there was a bump on the back line. I believe Monk got removed from the goal line as the defender, and Gray was like, by the way, we're scoring. Thank you. Please get out of the way.
All right, well, Alabama, I do believe that if there is a path to Alabama winning, first of all, I would say that it's in 5. Second of all, I would say that you have to win this game, or else there might just be a free path for Buds.
Gray, I'd like to talk to you for a second. You were very good. You were very good at hitting a car. We got to hit the ball now.
I won't fault him for that. I will say that I think that he was reading his touch from, I think that was Chan on the goal line, and at that point, I mean, you know, you're right in front of your net. There's only so much you can do. Chan trying to make up for it right there, but can't make anything happen. Now it's going to be Trizen. I'm not calling him by his legal name, even though that is what his gamer tag is appearing as. I am not calling him Dean. But, so Trizen, somebody who, like, when you look at Buds, it's normally Shady and Monk who can control the offensive pace of play against any team that they play. Now, with this Alabama roster, it's got to reverse. They're going to let Gray get in your face, but he doesn't really have to be the one to score. Trizen, normally the one who actually does get the final blow right in front of net here, like that one. It's going to pass down to Chan after his 50 falls in a really favorable spot. And that's what Alabama has to keep doing, so they have to stick to if they're going to contend with this Buds roster. Now, Buddy, no pun intended, obviously. Surprisingly, the team not named after him, but if you saw him in Twitch chat, then you'd guess with how much ego he shows on the pitch that that's exactly what the team roster would mean. And I guess, you know what? He has been one of the more consistent members, and whenever he gets a chance to be on offense, he can impress you too.
And it's funny because normally when I think of Buds, I always think of Buddy as like the facilitator, right? Buddy is kind of that player that's in your face. It's going to bump you. It's going to, you know, he's going to play everywhere. Not so much on offense, but I have seen this guy unlock on the opposite side of the pitch, and boy howdy is he scary. Monk looking to put one in. Shady jumps as well. Everybody in a full house send right there at the at the Alabama net. For what reason, I'm confused, but they sure as heck wanted to lead that badly there.
So that right there is what Buds has been missing, because the roster did only just now start getting back together. Is that those interactions right there where there is the double commits, where even there's been triple commits, that's something that they've got to watch out for. And rotationally, they're a little out of place. That 50 can absolutely not happen. And what a play from Mr. Dean Beardsley himself.
And this man said he wasn't going to go full government name. What do you?
Yep.
You just
Yes,
had to.
Yes, sir.
He has to earn it. He has to earn the respect of being called by his literal birth-given name. Okay, interesting.
I'm not his mom.
You're not his dad either, I'm guessing, right?
We're gonna not leak the team chat. That's all that I'm gonna say. All right, let's get back into the game here. Bud's at GSU, 20 seconds left, trying to make something happen. Bud's looking to push forward, but that second man play from Buddy will not fall through. Now Gray over to Chan, who just picked up the full 100 boost. 15 seconds left, looking to close this one out. Gray towards the net, dunked by Buddy. The net's gonna be open. Shady's gonna try and take his one-on-one here. Chan, ego pushing, doing a great job. Monk has no boost. Shady right back up, looking middle. Buddy's got some room. Buddy's got the net.
Shot.
Gray, where have you gone, Gray?
Gad, look at you, dog, getting called out early. Homie said, go again right at 1 second. No way.
Okay, all right. Well, you know what? Alabama feeling a little charitable. Maybe it's like Parents' Weekend or something for the esports team, but in a weird giving sort of mood. And somehow, some way, Alabama does not win this first game, at least outright. Got a long OT ahead of us, Vi, to make any bets.
Okay, do we take Buds right here, possibly taking the lead in game 1 as they have the whole series? You think it's 3 up, 3 down?
If Buds wins this, we're out of here in 4. If Buds wins this, I'm willing to say that.
If Buds wins this
Oh,
overtime,
wait a minute.
we're out of here in 4.
Yeah, I think that momentum-wise, if you give Buds the free first game, I think that's their worst game versus where Bama, normally they're ready to start. Like this play right here, Dean Beardsley, Mr. Trison himself, can't find a way to get above a player. Now Buddy has to watch his back end. He's going to pass this one right to Chan. Monk has to watch out as well for Trison. This one's just going to sit awkwardly middle of Gray towards the net. Buddy uncontested, but this right here is where GSU struggles. It's the double commits. That's where it gets concerning. That's where it gets scary. And now it's Shady looking down the field at Gray by himself. Shady up the corner. No double. Getting his way past one. Monk, top left. Bang!
You let this team march all the way down the pitch, and with little to no boost in the net, no block there from Chan. That's Buds at GSU taking game number 1. So let's see if the TJ prediction is right. Does this call the series in 4?
All right, well, let's break this one down. So Buds spends the entire first half playing pretty disheveled, to make a nice word out of it. Very disorganized, and that's kind of what I would have expected from Buds, is that they are technically a newer roster because Shady came back late. Shady was retired for a little bit. Maybe not retired, taking a break for a little bit. He comes back. He's still very, very talented. He's still almost a 2K level player. And so now for Buds, it is solely just about finding the rhythm as a team. And for Alabama, I mean, they know how to hold on to leads. They know how to win close games. They know how to make upsets. And as of right now, they are technically the one who would be being upset. Buddy is already back in Twitch chat. I mean, Buds just simply doesn't look concerned at all.
Okay, let's just be honest. I feel like this is Buddy 24/7, big dog.
Yep.
This is just who he is.
Yep.
It's not a player. It's not a persona. It's just him. That's how he acts.
Funny to some, and a word I can't say on stream to others. That's for sure.
Correct. Yes, absolutely. Back into this, though. Early start here on offense for Buds. They do hold a bit of possession, but maybe it was overextended or overzealous of these guys to push forward that far, giving Alabama a possible chance. Maybe. They return fire. Good demo at the back line, but Shady isn't able to turn it in that open net.
Buds, if they start playing like this in game 2, this is why I was worried about that first game, is that once you let them get organized, it's only a matter of time before something starts to go wrong. That, though, a great play from team captain Shan. Shady looking middle for a teammate. Gray in a very awkward spot here. It's going to end up probably being a giveaway of possession. Yes, it will. That flip reset doesn't go where he wants it to. Buddy passing it directly to Chan. Chan trying to bump, or sorry, Gray trying to bump Monk, but not much he can do now. Tries him. Going to be faked out. Monk can't stay on this ball, but now here comes Shady. He's got a full tank of boost. He's looking high. He's looking back for it. Read by Chan, but it won't be out of the woods just yet.
Awkward touch
Oh,
right there.
bang.
That's a great pass, and it's a bang. You called it. You knew it was going to happen. You saw Buddy in the mid. You knew that pass was on target. Buds go up by 1 here after the first minute of gameplay is completed.
And Buddy's back in Twitch chat. Just, you know, I'm probably just going to stop talking about it because I fully expect him to be here every time. Yeah, I said bang because of all the players in this entire lobby to be up there, it's either Gray or it's either Buddy. And unfortunately for Alabama, I think Buddy tends to win his interactions a little more than Gray does. Now, granted, I would love to be proven wrong, but Gray has a chance to prove it actually right here, but he's going to accidentally buck tries and he's still on the ball. But Alabama, now they're the ones looking a little disorganized.
The offense, too, is I mean, a little lacking in my opinion. I want to see Alabama get away from this Bud squad of just letting them keep possession. I don't feel like they're attacking enough or maybe trying enough or just even pre-jumping or blocking 50, nothing. The possession's always handed over to Buds at every opportunity. That's awkward.
No.
That's very awkward. That's extremely
no.
awkward. That devolved so quickly.
I'm getting flashbacks from the Clemson game. Alabama really starting to hurt themselves. But the GSU is the type of team where all 3 players are going to go. You've got to get to that ball quicker as first man.
That's what I'm saying. Like, where are the pre-jumps? Where are the challenges? Where's the ego right now from Alabama? Like, shut these guys down. Oh, that was an awkward flip. That turns into a goal.
Okay, sure.
We take those.
Yeah, I mean, that's Tryson. On stream, it's still appearing as his full legal name, but he did change his name back, so maybe it'll fix itself in Game 3. But, you know, true to the name. He has to be the aggressor. He's got to be the shooter. Finds one here.
After 2 minutes completed, we're only down by 1 on the side of Alabama. They look a lot better, I guess, in this moment, even though we did see the overtime look pretty well up until that debacle at the end there. We've seen some questionable defensive plays from Alabama as well, pushing through here. Nice attempt at the net. Good challenge there from Tryson. Unfortunately, has no boost to continue the play or the offense there in the blue. Shady, flip reset over 1 to commit to have to get that ball away. And Alabama gets to go, but Gray tries to put a hand up, loses it, goes for the shot, and is able to dunk it off the top of the defender. We got ourselves a tie game.
I will say, personally, I would love to see Alabama in Twitch chat right now, especially after Buddy is not able to make that save. But just like that, Buds had the 2-0 lead, and now the story's flipped. This time it's Buds who might be choking here, but still half the game to go.
We got a lot of gameplay here. I don't think Buds are choking by any means. They're playing the long con, TJ. They're playing the long con. They're trying to give us the content, is what I believe.
I like that you use long con. I would definitely say that GSU is a con type team. They should not be in tier 2. I will tell you
Absolutely
that much.
not. Absolutely not. When you pointed that out the very first week, I was so confused as to what you were talking about until I realized what tier we were in.
Yeah, that was my fault.
I know.
So,
I was there. I was there for that.
I was about to say, you were there for that.
I was actually there in the booth wondering what was going on because obviously all y'all are friends, and I remember just questioning it because you and Buddy were chirping back and forth towards each other, and I didn't realize the history. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize the history there, so it was very confusing. What's not confusing is the pressure being felt by Buds here as they relentlessly try to defend against this Alabama squad who is not taking no for an answer.
I mean, good pressure from Alabama, but Monk just straight up watched that interaction happen. He was there the entire time and did not go. So Buds, I don't want to say they're letting off the gas a little too early as, holy, this one might just be a shot for Shady. Shady looking top right, not going to be found. Gray, good touch to his teammate to push this one down the pitch. And Buds, now we're going to see how they play when they're down.
Gotta pressure the ball the opposite direction. You can't have the give and go plays that we're kind of used to seeing already. Even though that's more of an Alabama tactic. Now the demo is fine. Yeah, Buddy's gonna get there. Good read on that as well. You know, shout out the new demo spawn cam. I think What we need to see here, Monk is in the air looking for that air dribble bump. What we need to see here is a little bit more pressure, a little bit more aggression on offense. Tries and shot, might be off. Looking for that second, won't find. Gray out of the corner, can't find a good pass to the teammate. At least we see some life from Buds moving the other direction.
That's a shady flip reset. Anybody who's been watching the SEL, you've seen that one a time or two before, and this time it's not going to find the direct shot. I think it actually might have messed up what Monk was going for, but now here comes a double from Monk! That is exactly what he does time and time again. We are somehow tied.
Calm, cool, collected, just like the name indicates. Monk knocks down a nasty double off that back wall to tie us up here. 31 seconds on the clock to see if we might get ourselves in another OT situation.
Once again, Buds has momentum. Shady has a net to shoot at. It's going to be pushed a little farther. Now here comes Monk looking for the double. He's got the reset. He's looking to push it middle. Buds has to be careful, though. There's a lot of people cheated up. There's also a net to shoot at. Shady saw it before any of us did. Now Gray on the counter. Monk has a chance instead. There's going to be a backboard touch. Shady's there. Nobody reads it. Buddy looking bottom corner. Bama on their back end. Monk looking middle. Chan tapping up. Is anybody there to follow? Shady middle. Here comes Buddy. Backboard for the win. Not going to be found. We have overtime once again.
That would have been the toughest angle to hit on if he was able to find that. Buddy would have nailed an insane shot. Monk with the full field to play with gets interrupted. Smart on Bama to jump right there. Tries and looking for some more. Chan using all their boosts that they have. Try to push this ball downfield, and look at Tryson. 0 boost in a dream, trying to push that ball into the corner, and the whole squad is so thirsty. They're drained right now on the side of red.
Tryson, as of the first 30 seconds, he's been the only player on Bama's side to take some possession and control the pace. If you're Bama, you cannot let GSU's pressure get to you. You've got to start putting it on yourself. Now here come the passing plays. Buddy looking towards net, actually going to look to keep that to the left. Not able to find a pass. Tries, and though he will, to the wrong player. Shady off the ceiling. Dunking corner. Is there a touch middle? Monk towards the backboard. It's a double commit for Bama, but Gray's on this ball.
Ooh, out of the corner is going to be important here. Do we have some boost? Tries to put it bottom opposite corner. That's a good shot off the post.
No.
Can you find it too? Alabama. Opportunities gone by the wayside because they can't hit the giant hole in the wall.
I'm not going to say anything just yet, but if Buds somehow find this game, oh, it's looking rough for Bama. Now, just like that, here comes the pressure. Buddy looking for net. Gray, though, enough boost to stay on it. Monk all by himself, trying to make sure he doesn't overcommit. That's a great touch from him. He's going to try and look middle. Here comes a backboard read. It's going to be missed. Shady there to read it. He's past one. Buddy is not there for the follow-up just yet. So here comes the cut from Tryson. He's got one to the side while Buddy can't go. This one's on the net. Monk has to touch it. Monk off the post. Here comes Chan. The dagger shot will not be found again from the Buds defense.
That's two. That's 2 opportunities. Back to back. Alabama. You've got to put the ball on target. It's still awkward. They go from being so awkward in their defensive half to just looking so good on offense, and they're unable to actually put it on target.
There's very few teams who seem to have Bama's number other than a few SEC rivals and then Buds at GSU. Like I mentioned, they have never lost to this team, but maybe that changes. What are you doing? The net is wide open. Buddy, what is that? Bama, are you kidding me? What? Oh my God, Skeeto, oh my God. I'm gonna throw
silence.
up.
Moment of silence.
I'm gonna throw
Moment
up.
of silence, please. Moment of silence. What in the world just happened to the Alabama offense?
I am sick to my stomach. Oh my God.
I'm sick to my stomach, fam.
That was literally, I don't know, I think that was Tryson who had the shot and the read from the midfield, and then I don't know if it was Chan who came in and blocked it and pinched it, or if it was the other way around, but oh my gosh, you get 3 either open nets or with an awkward defender by himself, and what do? You completely give it away, and so for Buds, I don't know how they're up 2-0, but here we are.
I just 3 opportunities. I'm like, no shade No shade to Buds whatsoever. Y'all played zero defense on any of those shots, and y'all got so lucky. Y'all got so lucky.
I will throw shade. They did get lucky. I will throw shade. That right there cannot be a Buds win. But you know what? For Bama, here's the good news, if there is any. You are at least within striking distance. Both games have gone to overtime. You know that you can take this series in a reverse sweep, but my lord, is that road steep and long. And now it starts in Game 3 here on Driftwood's Buds at GSU, looking to close this series out early and send us all into playoffs on at least a high note for them.
Oh, that dunk right there almost looked amazing from Alabama to get him kick-started, and I think that's what they need. I don't think they've scored first each time in these series, right? It's been Buds every time, right?
I actually think that you're...
Wait.
All right, hold on. Let's get this figured out.
Yeah. Oh. Okay.
All right. We're just gonna restart from the top of the clock. Once again, Buds GSU causing us headaches, heartaches, and I'm gonna have a stomach ache by the end of this one, Taquito.
Of course, Buddy's game DC's at the perfect time, right?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that was intentional because they are up 2-0.
Bro reached out and unplugged his PC real quick.
I mean, they weren't. I don't know. Chan just put in the Discord chat, he said, this series, I am in the trenches. Yeah, I agree. Everybody's in the trenches, but at least we're here together. So, chat, y'all better suit up because we are not done just yet. I would imagine that if, oh, man, poor Bama, if this is how their season ends in the fall, I don't even want to get there yet.
Yeah, I don't want to get there either. No, I don't think we don't even have everybody here. We have one player
who are we
from
missing?
Buds. We have one player from Buds. Shady's the only player in here.
Oh, we're still missing Buddy and Monk.
Yes.
All right, well, in that case, Taquito, I said that if Buds won the first game, we'd be out of here in 4. How do you feel about 3?
with as large as the Buds goalposts are, how big? I mean, we're not even playing Rocket League anymore. I don't know how familiar you are with billiards, but at this point, we're playing snooker, dude.
That is a wild bag pull, but I'm gonna let you get away with it, Unc.
What do you mean? It's a game, dog. What do you mean?
I'm here to cast car soccer, dang it.
Dog, it's a game about putting a ball in a net in a hole in something, man. What are you talking about? It's relevant.
All right, you know what, chat? Let me know if you rock with that one. Because one thing that we rock with is Bama finally making this a close series. Chan gets a freebie. Bama scores first. And I believe, like we were talking about in Game 3, or at least the prior Game 3, I believe Alabama has scored first in every game.
So they have actually scored first.
Actually, no. Buds was up 2-0 in the last game, were they not?
Yes.
Okay, so sorry. They've scored first in Games 1 and 3 now.
Okay, that's what it is. They've scored first.
They've still lost.
Times. Yeah, exactly. That's what's crazy is they start the series off and somehow let it get away from them, and that's what's insane to me is you're letting this team just get in their head so far, and I can't say they got in their head too much. I think the goalpost got in the heads of the Alabama squad because they could not buy a shot if they were millionaires.
All right, well, Alabama, once again, if you've learned anything from Game 1, you'll learn not to overextend against a roster as punishing as Buds. That's exactly what happened in Game 1. Heartbreak Game 2 wasn't really a defensive mistake, but offensively, I mean, my lord, like you already mentioned, an absolute disaster class from them. Now, Bama already starting to look a little more confident, but they're all sorts of wait, where is first man? Where is second man? Why is everybody on one side of the pitch? I was kind of messing up my words because every single member of Alabama was nowhere near this ball.
No, they were collecting boost on that side over there. Both of them. Both players went for the 100 cans.
All right. Well.
Boost over ball, dog.
Once again, Alabama, you're hurting yourself. And at this point, I don't know what the doctor can provide. Now, here we go. There's a shot on net. That's at least something to start with. Maybe a shot to the heart to get Alabama's offense going, but now here comes Shady. Shady looking for more. Backboard is in store. It's wide open. Buddy, though, what is happening?
You sure the S in SEL doesn't stand for spaghetti?
I think that's probably a nicer word than what I was going to say, so sure, let's go with that.
Broadcast friendly, brother. We're going for broadcast friendly here.
Yeah, Fred's going to take away my paycheck. I'm late to the series, or I'm late to the show, and then now we get this absolute mess of a night of games so far. We lost King. We got Buds at GSU somehow not scoring open nets. We got Bama. Oh, my God. Wait a minute. How is that not in?
Chin! Why did you stop?
We just watched it. What are we watching?
Bro, we're watching the mental collapse of a college Rocket League team, and at this point, I'll be honest with you, I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit.
If Buds wins this in 3, I'm willing to say this goes as the bottom 3 worst SCL series that we've had on stream.
Worst?
I'm willing to say that because oh, here we go. Bud's finally starting to find some attacking potential, but just like that, tries and does read it. I'll get back to my point in a second. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. We still got a game in store here, including a potential shot from Tryzen. He can't find it though, and now one player is going to die for his efforts. Tryzen off the pitch. Gray has a flip going backwards. Shady is beat. Buddy already up though. He's beat as well. Now Shady taps over Tryzen. Bama has a chance to slow things down and take some possession here, but it's actually going to go to Shady first.
Maybe like you just mentioned there, slowing down and taking possession in your own final third might be the play. That was a good pinch. Too bad it had a little too much mustard on it. That could have been a great pass over for a lead-taking point by Buds. Monk looking to put it down. Shady too close. Keep it low is Buddy. Trying to find one here, but the save away is great.
Shady trying to wall dash his way back to that ball. Buddy looking to put a shot on net, just a little far, a little pushed. Now Greg gets a chance to get Alabama some breathing room. He's actually looking for a little more than that, though. This one touched away, not read by anyone from GSU, but Shady is there to at least force it high. Now Monk's already up. Buddy side flipping. Buzz at GSU once again looking disorganized, looking absolutely sporadic. They've got to watch out here because you opened the door for Gray and Alabama. They won't give up another open chance.
Dude, that whole rotation, that was the second turnaround, second go through for Alabama. That first one, all you had to do was have somebody up, have a second man, pull somebody up to the half-field line. You had a shot. Why are we waiting on opportunities?
I think the more questions that we ask, the bigger my headache is going to get. And oh, speaking of headaches, that one, almost another free chance for Buzz. Shady might just get it anyways, though. He's going to be up and over one. He's going to be up and over another.
Everybody
is there a play middle? This one's not going to be red. Buddy, though, I don't think there was communication there. And so now that one will fall away. Monk is pre-jumped. Almost finds this one. Shady trying to get the read. Going towards Ned. Chan is alive. And one type of save as Monk's bump will not come through. But just like that, Buds at GSU, they're back on the offensive. Buddy can't get it. Monk off the corner. Shady was already up. Shady reset, shooting. Monk there to tap it in. You better believe it. 22 seconds left. Buds looking to end this one.
Okay, I might believe you. I might believe you on this. Might be bottom 3.
Masterclass.
I like this.
It's all over the place. This series. I don't even think I could call it a roller coaster. I think a roller coaster would be doing it a disservice.
Well, these 10 seconds could be more than just that. We'll see if Tryzen can maybe give Alabama a chance here. This one will go middle. Gray has to be very, very careful. Monk was not ready for the pass, so now Gray is going to look for a teammate. He's got Tryzen. Tryzen is able to read Monk. Is there anybody there? Nobody is there.
Touch.
3 straight overtimes.
They've got to win this one, dude. They have
They do
to
have
win
to.
this overtime.
They do have to.
Like,
oh no.
There's off the back wall. Gray just put it on target.
Oh,
Thank you. Thank you.
What? Okay. All right. Everybody breathe. All right. So
put it on target.
Shady, yeah, you go first here. I'll let you talk about this first.
Okay, Shady gets a poor touch off the back wall, right? Poor touch. You probably want to go for a psycho there. And I mean, obviously, these college players aren't doing psychos every day. Maybe they're trying them. Maybe they aren't. I don't know. But that's kind of what you want to go for. You want to go for that pinch back wall touch. Instead, you didn't. You left your sole defender on the back post right there. All Chan has to do is rotate through, get the bump they so desperately needed, and you just need to point the nose of your car towards the net, and they almost flubbed it. Alabama almost freaking flubbed it.
Yeah, let's talk about this. for those of you who are familiar with Buds at GSU, like their quote unquote prime per se, I'm not surprised to see Shady go for that play. Because the defense is not his strong point. He is supposed to be the offensive mastermind. So I don't know why we are going for the psycho. I have absolutely no idea why we are going
go
for
for
that.
the touch. Like just get the ball off the back wall. Do something.
Not even back wall. Go anywhere but the back wall. Like, that's what I'm saying. And so Shady, I know that he just came back, but 0 for 6 and that mistake, I mean, you've given Alabama that path that I talked about. It may be long, but the road just got a lot wider if Buds continues to play as messy as things have been. But Game 4 will at least give us the answers. Hopefully it's not as confusing as game number 3. Bama, your backs are still against the wall, and the Crimson Tide has got to make it through the Buds.
Okay, so before we get completely taken out of context here, I don't want you to actually go for a psycho shot. I'm just saying set it up, dude. Like set up the set up the double. Set up the double. You know what I'm saying? Set something up to where you give yourself a favorable touch off that back wall. Something that was a lot more than just into the back wall and down. You know what I mean? That's all. That's what happened. You don't want that to happen. Now that's another.
What a save!
The literal crossbar in post of the GSU defense right now needs to get the fattest check we've ever seen.
I mean, shoot, I was late. The crossbar can have my check. I mean, this is absurd what I've seen this series so far. Now, Monk looking backward. Is there anybody there to make a read? It's Chan, and I believe that was Buddy diving in for that one. It's going to leave Shady by himself, so Trizin. He wants the 1v1. He's looking for the blood in the water, but now here comes a shot. Monk, last one left, but not going to be bumped, not going to be contested. So now Gray trying to hover. Monk dunks him, but it's weak enough to let Trizin at least bang it back into play here. Here comes Gray. He won't read it. Is anybody there to shoot? Trizin dunks Buddy. Shady trying to stay on. He's going to let Chan go for now. Monk has to find the touch, and he gets there quickly.
I'm still just completely... Did this update give Buds the larger goal? Did we miss that? I mean, we got the player stats, but did we miss the larger goal post update?
Probably. I will say, though, Bama has had their chances.
Yeah.
Maybe not as easy as what Buds had, but like Game 2 and Game 1, Bama had control up until the final seconds. And even in the overtime, had control. And so for Bama, you can't complain about the crossbar. You have had your fair share.
There's another one right there on a clear. 2 of them. 3 players have to work together to move that ball just to the midfield. Shady with an opportunity. Over 1. Looking for the double. Can't find it. Gray. Great challenge right there on the back wall. That's a good dunk from Monk, but unfortunately doesn't go anywhere far. Now Alabama low on boost for the time being. Need to try to move the ball towards the opposite net. They do so well enough, but that shot isn't going to be threatening.
Bama not really working with a lot of boost there other than this opportunity. That's third man Gray who's really getting forward. Now Shady looking for Buddy, but he just got the boost. It's going to come down to Monk. Monk, a very crucial touch. He's got a read, but so does Chan. Alabama defense holding on strong. Here comes Shady, going to let Buddy go for it instead. Gray, very, very awkward. Tries in last man. Buddy can't get it. Monk, very awkward touch. That's not what he wanted at all. Here comes the flick, but it's whiffed on. So now Chan, it's another third man play, and it is a solid shot, but it's too easy for Buds once again.
This transitional defense is going to be huge for Bama. If they can at least get the first goal again, that'll be some type of momentum swing in their corner. But right now, both teams playing very safe, and I respect it. Oh, I say that. There's a touch right there. That could have been deadly. But they're playing very safe, and obviously you want to do that. You're in an opportunity, or you're in a position where you've had...
Yep, Taquito, welcome to the jungle. Yep. All right, guys, let's break this one down. In case you know anything about Rocket League, where in the world is Buddy RB? I am so confused on where he's at. I think he's at a mid boost, but regardless, all right, Bama, how about this one?
Yeah, Albedo, Pepic, y'all are all right. This is SEL.
All right, well, hey, Bama, okay, once again, maybe you had to work for it in games 1 and 2, and maybe you did give it away, but now you've been given the opportunities by Buds for now the second game in a row, but you still got a minute 30 left. You still got to hit this off the backboard. Chan now has to go instead. Buddy looking middle. Shady is there. He's going to fake one. Monk going off the sidewall. Tries and miss the corner boost. Monk faking under, looking middle, tapping it out. Is there anybody there to answer the phone call? No, it goes dead for now.
We've got a prediction in the chat saying the next goal comes from a whiff. How likely do you think that is?
I mean, the first of all, it's a Bevitt prediction, so take it lightly. Second of all, that might be the most right Bevitt prediction that I think I've ever seen. So I'm willing to say that Alabama might just hard sell this one. But speaking of hard sell, that's a very awkward back pass from Monk to Shady, but Monk does find the demo to at least make his life easy. Shady, it's going to be pinched. Buddy with a chance to find a pass middle. It's going to be read by Trizon first, though. Once again, third man was too far up, but now Bud's looking to reset.
They've got to do something here. This Bama offense is turning. Well, the Bama possession has increased, I feel like. They've been able to play a bit smarter, even though they are still double committing at certain moments. But at least they look better doing it. I don't know. Like, what do you... Can you break the game down for me?
Gray by himself. No, Shady! I thought he was going to take possession or at least put that on target, but that one's going to hurt. Gray now flip reset. He can't find it. Buddy has a chance. Off the backboard, Trizon, soft touch, trying to get us to Chan. Red by Shady. Shady looking middle, red by Gray. Buddy right back to the wall. Looking middle once again. Can he beat Chan? Yes, he can. He's got a double. Gray and Trizon combined for a massive save. Now, Shady with a chance to tie the game. He's under one. And touch will go high. It's going to be Buddy. It's down to him. He's got to look middle. Trizon will try to deny it. Off the ceiling, looking to send us to game 5. You better believe it. We're on reverse sweep watch.
How and why is this a game 5?
Oh my god. Like, what? Oh, man. Okay. All right, you know what?
Sure. Break it down for me. Break it down for me, TJ.
Oh,
this time
you want me to break it down?
Yeah, it's your
okay,
turn.
so you know how it feels whenever you have a concussion?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Well, that right there is exactly what this is concussion Rocket League. This is concussion night. This is mental health night for the SCL, because I am most definitely going to need it after we get out of this one. But I will say, out of all the games we've watched, this was the only one where Bama not only played like they deserved it, but also finally clutched it out. So for Buds, I have seen this roster get upset by lesser teams before, and I am very, very concerned about the mental fortitude of this roster. And so I don't know what you got in store, but Taquito, pack your bags, because I know where we're going. It's game 5 for a spot in the playoffs. It's Champions Field. Buds on the verge of an absolute nightmare ending to their season, and Bama looking to drive the sword in.
Somehow this is your fault.
Sure.
Yeah, this is your fault. I don't know why, but this boils down to it being your fault.
Okay, I'll take it. Works for me. I mean, this is my show at the end of the day, I guess.
It's more so that Buds are in this position because of you.
Oh, that is my fault. You're right. Okay, well, I will say one thing. I do not feel bad. All right, let's continue on. Monk trying to stay on this ball. Shady looking to play lead blocker. Chan staying alive. The action kicks off early here in game number 5. Shady is not able to read that. So Gray gets a free possession on the wall. Can he find one middle? Trying to bait out Monk. He will get a bait. He will open the door for Trizon. Trizon gonna try and look for something now. Buddy's got the chance for the counter. It's a great read by Chan, though.
Gray with a little possession here, gets a couple of touches, and a teammate couldn't help out putting the shot on target. We've got Buds approaching. Monk out of the corner, interrupted by Trizon. That's a great clear downfield. Buddy probably wants to play this close to the chest, goes for a 50, at least tries to challenge. Did both of them just whiff? Is that what that was?
Are you surprised, Taquito? Have you seen this series? Of course they both whiffed.
All right, man, look, anything and everything. Just at this point, yeah, we're going to see it all. So
Chan by himself. It's wide open. It's wide open. Shady is aware of it. Monk's going to be there to guide it in. All right. Bama, nightmare start.
That counts as a whiff. That counts as a whiff.
Well, yeah, we'll count it. That's a really, really bad touch from Chan. He is third man. He's all the way up on the dang middle boost. So you know what, Buds? I guess you'll take it. I will notice one thing. We know Buds is feeling it, because guess what I'm not seeing in Twitch chat?
We're not seeing Buddy.
I ain't seeing Buddy.
Right. Oh no, and the flip reset gets plugged too. Come on, man. All right, so hang on. Maybe that's what it was. We stopped seeing Buddy Twitch chat after every single goal, and that's why they're in this position.
Taquito, I wish. I've been casting Buds for 1.5 years now. I don't know what to say other than that this team, you can never put your money. Oh no, is this not gonna be open again? Shady got a one-on-one here. He's gonna try and bait one out. He looks for the fake, but Tryson of all people, you can count on him to find that read. What I was gonna say was that if you've watched Bud's Rocket League, you know that never, ever do we see a complete and total Bud's game. It is either a mess, or it is either absolute peak, or it's neither in between. And so far, this series has been that, and Buds do have the lead for now, but we still have a very, very long Rocket League game left to be played.
Good clear for Gray to give some time for the teammates to collect boost, but again, everyone too far out of position for Alabama to at least create a shooting opportunity for themselves. They try once again. Buds are looking to stop them in the mid, which has been honestly the best part of the Buds game these past few series. Or these past few games, in my opinion. They've been able to at least shut the midfield down, but it's when they feel that pressure from Bama at their back line that everything just kind of goes crazy. Oh, and that shot gone by the wayside.
Buddy was there, but only so much he could have expected off of Shady's, I mean, really great set of 50s there, but it was very awkward. Now Buddy has to make sure that somebody gets a touch. Monk will get it. No, Chan, not like this. Buddy wide open net. He's going to whiff. All right, welcome to Game 5. Buds at GSU once again leaves the door cracked open a smidge.
Man, you're right. We have seen it all at the end of the day. We've seen it. We shouldn't be surprised about anything that we're seeing. Good attempt from Chan. Tries and just needs to put it in the top corner. Did he just squeeze it down there underneath the crossbar?
Oh my God, Buds, what are we doing? I think Monk messed up his recovery, and then Shady is jumping middle, and then they bump each other. All right, well, once again, there's no G in Bama, but I would have said that the G in GSU stands for God himself. And Alabama's now getting their fair share of the love, as that is somehow going to be a Bama goal, but GSU, they are most definitely not done just yet. They are still tied. You can't count them out. What a save from Gray. Season on the line, steps up, keeps Bama alive.
Shady can find Monk here. They're going for the pin,
right.
and it's good! Right underneath the crossbar. The duo working in tandem to take the lead.
Okay, all right. 90 seconds left, a little under that, and Shady almost bumps Monk out of the way, but at least it's timed well enough to where Monk absolutely puts it top right. Another clutch goal from him, but again, we are not done just yet.
All right, so I guess when the Buds are doing well, the Twitch chat loves it. Look at the way they're popping off right now for the boys over at GSU.
Oh, it's going to be a bump chance, a shot on net here. Oh my God, Taquito. The gift that keeps on giving, and it's not even December yet.
The answer back, dude. The answer back. That's all it is. Just like how quickly they turned that around and fired on the net. Chan tying us up 2-2. We have a minute 10 on the clock right now, and we still don't know who's going to win. We still have no idea who's going to win this series. We had 3 straight overtimes. We're in Game 5. There's no favorites anymore. Please just somebody win.
I'm feeling Game 5 overtime for a spot in the playoffs. I think that's what the SEL gods have intended. I think that's what the great Bepic script has intended. Not if Monk has anything to say about it, though. This one's going to be really awkward for Chan. But just like that net was open, and it will not be found by anyone. A demo comes through. Gray has no one to pass to. Looking for Casper the Ghost. It's going to be Monk instead. What does he have in store? It's a miss from Chan. It's going to be Tryson awkward. Shady over to Buddy. Back to himself. Buddy there trying to end this game. He cannot. 30 seconds left. Gray looking down the pitch. Is he going to offer the pass? He's past one. Buddy grabs the boost for now. Gray, no 50. Buddy off the ceiling. Chan, read by Buddy. Tryson all by himself. Going to try and cut this one. Monk will read it. It's going to be a chance if someone can go, but there's no boost for GSU. Shady, 10 seconds left. He's not going to try and go for the psycho this time. We might see overtime. Monk looking to bump Cham. This one will stay up for now. Alabama looking to let this one hit the ground. Game 5, overtime.
This has, okay, look, we went from the first series being crazy to definitely this is the best series of the night. This is content. That's all this is. Who's taking it? Who's got this OT?
Oh no. Okay, I was about to say, I hope it doesn't end like that. I mean, GSU have not looked good in games 4 and game 5, but now Alabama, they're already starting to panic. That was almost a triple commit. Here comes Buddy. Buddy looking down. The net's gonna be open. Shady will not call game just yet. Here comes the pass middle. Buddy looking for a 50. He cannot find it, but now Shady off the ceiling looking to call game.
Awkward.
It's an awkward commit. Is there a shot? Buddy was shooting for it. Shady messes him up, but a really, really solid chance to kick this overtime off, but miscommunication pushes it away.
We have 2 people on Bama that need boost right now. Gray's gonna have to play this off the back wall. Good. Chan is there to help to clear down the pitch. We have a chance at offense, but Buds are standing tall on defense. They've got to move it past the midfield line if they don't want things to get hairy.
Chan, midfield, Gray is there. It's going to be open. It's going to be Trizon with no boost who has to make a challenge. Monk's 50 going corner. Chan no boost to work with, but he at least beats Shady. Buddy, read by Chan. That one will not be towards net though. Double commit from Bama. It's going to be Trizon, the third man all the way up for this one. Buddy looking for Shady. Shady looking back to himself. Monk down the pitch. Does he have something? Does anybody? It's going to be Gray pushing it away for now. Shady there for a shot. He's 15 to corner.
Good touch here. Keep the ball at least as far away from your net as possible, Bama, because you guys have been panicking so hard on the back line. Possession here in the mid is going to be important. Tries it by themselves. Gets deflected. Shady. Good clear to the corner. Chan could slow play this, but instead opts for the boom. Trying to get the ball away from the net as soon as possible. Both these guys are only going for the boom and prayer method here when they're trying to get these offensive opportunities started.
This one gonna be right on the net. Monk is there, has to get a good 50, that he will. Can anybody answer the call though from GSU? Shady looking for himself. Shady up and over one. It's gonna be, no dunk. What a save from who I believe was Chan. Chan also with another touch. That net is wide open. Gray realizes that, pushes it middle. Really awkward for Buddy RV, but he will find a teammate for now. Shady down to a blue player. Somebody's gotta make a read. How about Chan? How about Gray? Third man commits. This one,
this could be a good shot from Shady.
Shady looking for a shot. That left side of the net is wide open. Shady can't read it. Gray pushes it corner. 2 minutes, 30 seconds in. How are we still playing?
Don't tell me that Buds start to suffer from the Alabama effect. Buddy has it wide open. Shots off. Shady's there to finish, but they hit the crossbar. We're still playing right now with that opportunity. Gray puts it off the back wall, but it's saved away. How? How have we not called game? 2 opportunities gone by the wayside for both these squads, and nobody can still find a shot.
Shady by himself. It's going to be open, and Monk can get there. He doesn't have enough boost, but can he get there? Top left. It's going to be off. Buddy pushing it high. Is Shady going to go? No. Chan looking for a teammate down the pitch. Here comes Chan looking to call game. Tries it, no boost. Has to be the one to bang it away. Buddy off the ceiling, looking backboard. Gray, no hit. Here comes ball game. Monk right side. Chan, though, will call the bluff and keeps Alabama alive, but now Buzz gets possession again.
I feel like if somebody slows the tempo down just for a moment, that's when they'll score, but it's so high intensity right now that no one's willing to overextend or change anything. It's the tried and true over and over again. Bang the ball downfield, chase it down, see if there's an opportunity. Good demo on defense, almost bumped your teammate, but Trizon is aware enough to move around it. Alabama plus off this Chan tries to get it. That's game! Alabama have called it with almost 4 minutes of OT in game number 5.
A man of absolute steel, ladies and gentlemen. This is the SCL reverse sweep. Alabama, we will see you in the playoffs.
What did we just witness?
Oh my God, Taquito, I have a headache. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I have a splitting headache, dude. Oh my God.
Oh my Lord, that was
I'm filing an HR complaint.
I'm filing
a complaint with Fred and the SCL. What?
These guys got insurance? What is this? These guys got insurance? Like, what's going on here?
Oh my God. Production, can we put stats up for a second if we have them? I want to go over that very quickly. I got to see the shot differential here.
We only have the last game stats, but we got to look at that.
No, that's
the most important one.
That's all I want to see. All right, let's look at the shots here. 16! 16! Are you kidding? Wow. Oh my God, kiddo, I can't take it.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so again, we suffer from the same effect of just constantly hitting the crossbar or post. That's what happened. Alabama just gave it over to Buds at the end of the day. They just gave it to the opponent. They doubled it and were like, here, give it to somebody else.
I've never seen simultaneous crash outs in a series like this, to where it was so messy up until games 4 and 5 when we actually got some okay Rocket League at best. Oh my God. I mean, Buzz, they make the late roster move. They upset NKU. They look extremely strong against Alabama, and then you give up this series. I mean, look at the results.
One
Overtime,
goal games.
overtime,
One goal
overtime,
games.
1-0 overtime. 4 overtimes, Taquito.
4 overtimes, no series with a score differential other than a 1-goal game. Like, this is if that doesn't tell you how crazy this series was, just looking at those results, I don't know what will. Also, the curse is done. Alabama has finally beaten Buds at GSU.
Somehow, by the grace of God's green earth, somehow they have found this series. All credit to Bama with the way they played in Game 4 and Game 5. And I'm gonna be completely honest.
Tries it in chat. My heart is gone.
I'm gonna be so honest. I think that Bama really should have won it anyways because of the way that they played and the way that they literally had games 1 and 2. So I guess all is right in the warfare that is the SCL. And speaking of it, we're gonna check in on the games here. USCA makes quick work of UNCC Academy.
You were right.
Alabama sends this one to 5. James Madison gets the freebie into playoffs, and Old Dominion beats Houston. I'm gonna stand on that because I think both Bepic and Dylan picked against me. I think Bepic maybe joined me in Old Dominion, but I think Dylan picked against me. I'll say at the SCL. Old Dominion in 4. Love to see it, but my God, Chiquito, what happened in this one?
What didn't is a better question.
That
Let's
is
just like
yeah.
What didn't happen?
That's fair.
I mean, okay, so we take also shout out to UNCC Academy taking a game off of USC. We love to see it, but I mean, look at the results. I feel like this is pretty par for the course, right? This is what it should be.
Yeah. Other than Buds. Other than Buds. This is exactly how I think it was projected to be. Every single team that came from Tier 2 did not make playoffs, other than Buds, who had a chance, and UNCC Academy, who also had a chance. And so, unfortunately, somebody from Tier 1 had to fall out. And unfortunately, Houston was one of those teams. So we have to say goodbye to Houston. We have to say goodbye to NKU. Had to say goodbye to Clemson and UGA. But the other 4 Tier 1 teams, they survive and they continue to show everybody what that true skill level disconnect is.
I don't know if we saw that in our series here.
Nope.
we did not see the skill level disconnect.
We did not even see Rocket League. We did not even see Rocket League. And I'm glad that Bepic called this the greatest SCL series of all time, because I literally looked at you dead in the face, Taquito, and I said in Game 3, I said, if Buds wins this is going to be one of the worst series I've ever casted for SCL. And what do I get? What I ask for.
The greatest. You got the greatest series of SCL you've ever seen.
My God. Hang it in the dang museum, frame it. I mean, my God. And I don't want to hear anybody saying cast or curse. I don't want to hear anybody saying anything like that, because we're just here to watch some good old Rocket League, and my God, Taquito, what a night it has been. So I'll let you say a few last things, and then I'm gonna bring us home.
I just, at the end of the day, man, I didn't like, as much as you talked this series up, that is not how I expected to see the end result. I also didn't expect to see the millions of shots missed on the post this game. That is the craziest amount of shots missed by a singular team I think I've ever seen in a game of Rocket League that I've been in the booth for. So it is nothing short. I mean, honestly, at the end of the day, it's impressive. I'm gonna call it impressive. It's something, but it's impressive at the end of the day to see that many missed opportunities. But Alabama come out on top. They make their way through the LCQ. We will see them further on down the line, hopefully they shape up the accuracy and they're able to hit more shots on target.
I mean, that's the wonder of the LCQ, is that you get a second chance. You get the last chance to make the final playoff bracket, to gain yourself some points. And some teams had storylines that maybe could have reset their whole season, like a Buzz at GSU, or teams like Bama, where they were right towards the edge of making it through their group, and they've looked really solid against some of their higher level teams. And you know what? They deserve it. So congrats to USC, congrats to Bama, congrats to JMU, and congrats to Old Dominion. I have nothing but absolute headache and heartache for what the SEL provides every single week. For reference, I was 5 minutes late to today's show, and what do I get? I get a mess of a series with Clemson and UNCC, and I get a reverse sweep to make playoffs. I mean, tonight has been one for the history books, and I really appreciate Fred. I appreciate X. I appreciate the entire production team, Taquito. I appreciate you stepping in and making this entire set of LCQ and regular season games special, but the next chapter of the SEL must open up. So, from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of the SEL team, this has been the end of the LCQ, the end of the regular season, and we'll see you for all the marbles in playoffs soon. Good night.
Later.